Hey team, in today's video I'm going to share with you some top tips and also a movement flow or exercises that you can do if you have been sick for a few days and you've spent some extra time in bed because maybe you've had a flu and that's come with some back pain or something like that. I find it so interesting when I get body aches and things like that, but it's not because of something I've done, it's because of a virus or something more connected to our organs. It's so interesting that and it's a really good reminder that there's many things that can cause pain in our body. But either way, it's not a fun thing. I have just come out of about 4 days of sickness, spent a lot of time in bed. I'm now left with a bit of a head cold and no sense of smell. So anyone out there who has some tips for me on how to get my smell back, I am more than open to some natural remedies. Throw them at me in the comments below. But today I really want to share things that you can do to make your body feel better. So if you have been lying down, I know that being in like a soft bed, so maybe like your once comfortable soft mattress can suddenly feel like really uncomfortable, or any like old aches and pains can really get stirred up when we are sick. So firstly, my tip is to try not to get stuck in the same position all for a long period of time. You want to shift positions, which I know is hard because you want to also rest. So you need to find that fine line between resting and alternating positions. So you don't want to lie down in one position too long. You want to shift positions. It can be helpful to just get up, walk around the house, get some water, come back down. And same with sitting. You don't want to sit for too long, especially if you've got some sort of body aches and pains. So the tip here is to keep it moving but still rest. Just other general things, of course, you want to keep extra hydrated during this time to make sure that we're not getting dehydration headaches and we're not getting muscle pain from dehydration. You want to, number one, rule that out completely. So drink lots and lots of water. Adding some lemon and salt into your water is also a great idea. Magnesium can be really helpful at this time to also help with any muscle aches and things like that, or tightnesses that could be coming up in our body. So there's some things that you can just do generally to feel better. And even just going outside to get some sun on your skin when you are sick and you're resting in bed, just for a few minutes a day, a small gentle walk around the block and coming back can be very helpful. So don't forget to do those things. And then today I'm going to show you some exercises and movement flows that you can do when you are during your sickness and you're in bed as a movement break, or once you're starting to feel better, to start bringing movement back into your daily practice. Okay, so the first thing is keeping your spine moving. A really simple one that is super helpful to keep tension out of our spine is called a body wave. So we're standing feet hip width apart, and we start by flexing gently, not full flexing, just maybe halfway the upper back, then the middle back, and then the lower back, just to about here. And then we extend the upper back, the middle back, and the lower back. So it's flex, 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 so rounding, and then extend, extend, extend. So this isn't a move, you can do it part by part, or as you get sort of more comfortable, you can start to flow it a little bit more. This is an excellent exercise to do daily. Really, whether you're sick or not, it is a great exercise to just help release tension in the spine and keep it moving segmentally. So we start from the top and we wave down. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. You can make it as big or as small as you like. I normally would suggest you can set the timer and maybe do 5 minutes, going from the top to the bottom and then the bottom to the top. I'm just going to show you top to the bottom for today. If you're interested in more spinal work, make sure you comment below. Let us know, we can do a separate video. But generally, even if you have any sort of back pain, a spinal wave is an excellent daily practice to add in. So let's do 10 more altogether. 10, 9. I know when I was sick just a couple of days ago, this is basically all I could handle. This is what I would just do throughout the day. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, I'm going to show you another standing one using this chair. You could also use the bench top or a table to hold on to, because we can get really stiff in our upper back, and this one is really good to just open that up. So you're going to hold onto the chair, walk your feet back, so feet hip width apart, facing forward. Now you're not going to drop completely in this lower back, but we're going to really lengthen the spine, drop the chest so that our ears are right next to our upper arms here. You can bend the knees or have them straight, whatever feels better. If you're tucking the tailbone, see if you can untuck it a little bit there. Shoot the tailbone out behind you. And then take some deep breaths here, really breathing into the edges of your ribs. So wide, think wide as you inhale, soften as you exhale. So if you get upper back tension, this is a great one to do as an easy little movement snack. Take some deep breath. Good, 2 more deep breaths here. Keeping like the length, but also supporting your body. So our core is supporting our back. And then as you come out, we're going to step out of it just a little bit. This time we're going to turn our feet to the side. So they're going to be completely kind of parallel with the chair now. And then from here, I'm going to walk back a little bit. I'm going to drop. So now I'm in like a bit of a bend and all the stretch is on my left side. And now I'm going to take some deep breaths, really opening up that side waist. You don't want to like overstretch anything, so don't want to go past the point of discomfort or anything here. Trying to drop through that middle back, getting that nice side stretch. One more here, and then come out. I'm going to flip. Try and remember where your feet were, so you can do it to the same on the other side, and then drop. Now we'll take 3 breaths into the other side of our rib cage. So important, especially if you have anything chesty. This can really help. Some deep breathing, help open things up. So good. All right, coming out. So the next one I'm going to recommend is a bit more of a restorative pose. So if your back is just giving you a lot of trouble, because whether you've just been lying way too long in bed, or maybe some old things have been stirred up since you got sick, this is a really nice restorative pose. I'm going to show it to you, but you'll probably spend something like 5 to 10 minutes here. So you can set a timer, you can watch TV, you can listen to some music. What you want to make sure when you've got, so you're going to lie onto your back, flat onto the ground. I got to tell you, when you've got a sore back, nothing probably feels better than lying on a hard floor on your back. An excellent reset in itself. Now this chair I've got's quite high. If you put your feet onto the chair and it's low so that your legs kind of want to flop out, grab a pillow and put it on the top, on the chair, so it's between the chair and your calves to elevate, so that you can really relax over the chair here and your legs stay in neutral. From here, you're just going to bring the arms, can be out to the side, really relaxing in the back of the pelvis, relaxing the hips. And this is the restorative pose. Okay, so while you're sick, if you need a reset, this is the reset you're going to do. I also do this if I ever get back pain that's sort of flared up. I go back to this reset. Everything just realigns, rebalances in the body. You do have to stay here a while for the nervous system to catch up. So 5 to 10 minutes here. All right, so you can come out of that one. And we're going to move on to all fours. So one of my favorites is moving through some variations of cat-cow. So nice on our spine. So you're just going to bring the hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. Now I like to kind of just freestyle the cat-cow. So moving into any sort of position forward, back, side to side, circles. I particularly like the circles, especially if you've had a bit of a crunchy back. So you can round the spine and kind of go one way, then go to the side and then drop, and then again circle. So if you want to try now, maybe 5 or 6 circles, going one direction, taking some deep breaths as you move through. Circling around the rib cage, the lower back moving, and then we'll do the other way. So circling around and dropping through the chest. 4. Big circles, rounding the spine to the side, then dropping. 3. 2. Awesome. And 1. We're going to come back to your neutral spine. This time we're going to go for some twists. So you're going to keep the left hand on the ground. The right hand is just going to reach under, and you're going to bend the elbow, look as far as you can under the arm for a nice big twist. Come back up, switch sides. Rotate under and come back up. Rotate under, big twist and up. Rotate under and up. Rotate through. So really getting that spine twisting from side to side can be really helpful here. Let's do 4 more for 4. 3, 2, and 1. You can bring the hands together at the front of the mat, walk the knees back, and then elbow straight, drop the chest, stick your tailbone up to the sky and just give your upper back an extra little stretch here. Take a nice deep breath. 1 more. And out. Good job. Now I know our chest can get quite tight, probably because a lot of sleeping. I definitely found that. So a really nice one to open up the chest will be to lie on your side, knees stacked. And then from here, this top hand, so knees stacked on top of each other, this top hand's going to find the corner. You can keep a little bend in the elbow here, and you're just going to do like a little wave up and down. Just move this one out the way. And you're just going to find the little angle that feels most tension for you. You're going to maintain the stability of the lower body and just allow that wave to, it's like half a snow angel. Open up through your pec here. Take a few deep breaths here. Good, we'll do 3 more. 3, 2, and then just hold on the strongest bit. You can even lengthen the arm just a little bit. Keep a soft bend in the elbow, but really try and melt that shoulder blade down. For 3, 2, and 1. We'll switch sides. You can just roll over. I'll face you. Do it on the other side. Again, set yourself up. Here, knees stacked. You're going to find that corner, some soft bend in the elbow, and then rocking forward and back here. Good. 5 more here. 4, finding that angle where you get the maximum stretch. 3, 2, and then we'll hold it on where you feel it the strongest. Take an extra big deep breath, send your breath there. Exhale the back of the shoulder blade, melt it down. Awesome. And then come out of that. Now, if you have a foam roller, or you can even put 2 pillows. I'm going to use, I don't have a foam roller, but I've got a roll-up yoga mat. So you're going to just put something underneath your sacrum. So the top of the sacrum, you're going to put that there. And that's going to support your back of your pelvis. You're going to lengthen the left leg and pull the right knee in. Now what this is going to do is give us a little hip flex, the opening that's just nice and gentle. We don't want to overdo the stretching, especially if we haven't really moved too much. We haven't done much strength training lately or anything like that. You want to be gentle. So mobility is kind of the best way because you're going to be more aware of your ranges you're using. So this is just a nice breathing exercise, opening the front of the hip here, hugging the opposite knee in. You can also go into the knee that you're holding, some nice big ankle circles. So think of that big toe circling in one direction, getting into all the corners, especially if it feels a bit extra stiff, and then reverse. Big circle with your ankle, all while we're really just creating some length and openness in that opposite hip. It's going to make us just feel so much better. We don't need to deal with body pain as well as recovering from a cold. All right, change sides. That one down. Lengthen. It's always good to put your hand on the top of the hip and just encourage it to relax. Squeeze the opposite hip in. Take a deep breath. And then when you're ready, you can even go into the circles with the ankle on this side. My gosh, doesn't it make you feel grateful for your body when you can't move it as much as you could before suddenly? You really take every opportunity you can. Take every little improvement with gratitude, appreciation. For 3, 2, and 1. We'll slowly bring the feet down, lift the hips. And then just finishing with some gentle twisting. So again, we don't want to go too much into stretching. So bring the feet nice and wide, maybe mat width. And then just let the knees, keeping the shoulders down, let the knees just drop side to side. This is going to give you just a gentle lower back twist, plus we're going to get that mobility in our hips here. So we'll just go side to side. Not pushing through any pain barriers, just noticing how our body is. And the more we do these, it will just start to feel better and better each time. So small amounts often is always a good idea as we're reintroducing movement back into our body. For 3, 2, and 1. You can give the knees a bit of a squeeze. On a hardwood floor, this feels so good, just rolling and rocking, maybe side to side. You can even bring the knees really wide and kind of stretch the groin out, inner thigh. You can always move to a happy baby if you wanted to hold the ankles. Otherwise, you can hug the knees in and even rock and roll along your spine, giving it a little massage from the shoulders to the sacrum, so kind of keeping that rounded spine, keeping your chin tucked, and just rolling along the spine. And then coming to the top. So there's a little movement flow. Also, just you can take any of those exercises and just do them on its own, just when your back feels like it needs it. As I said, I recommend every few hours, if you need to, getting on the floor, just lying on your back, feet up on the chair. But yes, I would love to hear if that helped, if there's anything you love to do when you've been sick and you've got some back pain. I hope this was useful for you. If it was, we would love you to like this video, give us a comment below, and share it with anyone that you know is sick and maybe is dealing with some back pain during this time. All right, see you, team.